you about a special video I recorded last night while it was dark. You're going to want to see that. Yesterday, I said to Miss Betty, Miss Betty, what day is it today? She said, why, Mr. Garry, today is Thursday. And I said, Miss Betty, that means that tomorrow is Friday. And she said, yes, Mr. Garry, tomorrow is Friday. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Welcome back to GBL, the old church, 5 Acre Homestead. Very glad to have you with me this morning as I prepare our garbage for our weekly garbage collection. My usual Friday chore is up on me again. These weeks, they go by very, very fast. And before you know it, it is TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, and here we are getting ready to put the garbage out to the curb. Folks, let me share with you our weekly garbage, and we'll have a chat about the weather while we take our garbage out to the curb. And I want to talk to you about a special video I recorded last night while it was dark. You're going to want to see that. Stay with GBL, the old church, 5 Acre Homestead. And join me now as I put my garbage out to the curb. I wonder how much garbage we have today. Let's have a look inside this one right here. Okay, this one's empty. Look at that, look at that. Mr. Garry does indeed love empty garbage containers because it means less garbage to the landfill. So we're gonna take this one and just put it over to the side for now. We'll take a look inside this one. Okay, so this one is full of garbage and recyclables as well, so that's a good thing. And next to the garbage container is a couple of little cardboard boxes, and we'll put those out to the curb as well. So let's take the garbage out and chat about the weather as we go. Folks, it's currently 20 degrees Celsius, which is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, I do believe. It's supposed to get up to 29 degrees Celsius, which is, I do believe, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's supposed to feel like 35 degrees Celsius, which is like 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's going to be another hot one, another scorching one. We did have a little bit of rain last night, as you can see, and you'll see that in that special video I told you about. Mr. Garry here. It's Thursday evening around 8 p.m. and I wanted to give you a tour of our raised bed vegetable garden and greenhouse just before dark, and again after dark. So let's take a little tour around the garden just before dark, and I'll explain a few things to you as we go. Our raised bed vegetable garden and greenhouse begins right here, folks. We have a single Manitoba tomato plant growing right there in a little basket, in a little container. So we're going to be watching that one over the course of the summer for sure and see how that grows. Here in the corner next to Katie's step is a blueberry plant that we picked up in New Brunswick very recently on our trip. So there's a few blueberries ripe, and we think some birds are sneaking in here and taking some of them and taking off. Let's follow along. Here's our beautiful rose bush. Several blooms are already out and open, and a lot more yet to open. Beautiful indeed. A big asta. Here's those 12 tomato plants, 11 Manitobas, and 1 Tama Green that already has a couple of flowers. Look at that. Okay, look at that. Come on along. Here's our potatoes, 2 of the beds anyway. Those are those store-bought dinner potatoes that we bought at the supermarket, marked down half price. And Mr. Garry chitted those out, of course, and they're growing very well. 2 beds right here and 2 on the other end of our garden. There's our chive plant, already gone to bloom, and Miss Betty did make some chive bloom vinegar a little while ago. Back here toward the back is our wildflowers and weed garden, full of bees and wasps that we need for our pollinating flowers and vegetables. So we like our bees, and we like all of those. Here's our onion bed, a couple going to flower as well. Look at that. Look at that. There's a few there like that. Our onions are doing very well. We have a bed of turnip just coming through the ground. These are late turnips. We planted them only several days ago, and already some of them are up. There's our bed of peppers, another bed of potatoes in the distance, and some of them have already gone to flower as well. Our snow peas, our sugar snap peas, doing very, very well, already up to about 3 or 4 feet. Come around, here's another asta and a bush that Miss Betty picked up only a few days ago and planted in that little spot right there. I'm not sure what it is. I'm sure Miss Betty does, and I'll have to ask her that. Okay, so come over here, another asta plant and a couple of more potato beds. And here in this container is our summer savory. Let me swing back around. Another bed of onions, another bed of peppers, and a couple of beds of carrots. Doing very, very well also. Those are the pillated Neptune carrot seeds that we purchased. Okay, our 2 ugoculture beds are already planted with a lot of cabbage, as you can see right here. These are the cabbage we brought back from New Brunswick as well. And we also sowed a few turnips in here a few days ago as well. And if I could zoom in, I could probably show you some of them. They're already up. There's one, there's another, and another, and another. They come up really, really quickly. Turnips sow and sprout very quickly. They germinate very fast. Okay, so that's one bed of cabbage and turnips. And we're going to be watching that over the next little while because of that darn white butterfly. We don't want our plants to be consumed by that darn bug. Okay, so we have some more cabbage here as well. And again, we planted some turnips. We planted some turnips in between them. And as you can see, they're already coming up as well. Look at that. Okay, so these are Leyte cabbages that we ordered the seeds from Vessey's on Prince Edward Island, and we sowed these from seeds. So they're doing quite well also. Okay, and again, we have lots and lots of turnips coming through the soil here as well. Look at that, nice one there, and another couple over there. So that's our garden just before dark, folks. Let's do a pan around. I'll go up toward the end. Later tonight, I plan to come out and do a short video for our TGIF video, our Friday video tomorrow. This will be included in that, but I wanted to share the garden with you just before dark. Okay, here we go. That's our garden just before dark. Let me take you inside the greenhouse as well. Let me take you inside the greenhouse and show you what's going on in here. This is miraculous in here. Our sweet corn growing very, very well. We got one there. He's already gone underneath. I'm gonna have to bring him out from underneath there so he can grow up a bit taller. Look at that. Okay, so our corn is going very, very well. Look at those cucumbers. If you go back, I think it was last week's video, I showed you this, and this wasn't that tall at all, but look at them now. They've attached themselves to the strings completely on their own. Mr. Garry did not touch these. It's already self-attached to these lines that we have here. These are some extra kooks. I got to find a place for them because I'm not going to destroy them. I'm not going to throw them out. I might have to give them away to somebody. Some more of the tama greens there in the corner, growing very, very well, and a lot of flowers. So very, very soon, we'll have, I'm sure, a few tomatoes growing on these. Here's our regular tomatoes, some more Manitobas growing right there. And there's some sugar baby watermelons that we're going to be planting there in that little spot right there. And they'll be growing up these orange strings as well. So there you go, our greenhouse and our raised bed vegetable garden tour just before dark. It is, as I said, around 8 p.m. I'll come out again later on tonight, probably around 10 p.m. and do another garden tour. It is now 9:45 p.m. Newfoundland and Labrador time, and Mr. Garry is standing at the entrance to our raised bed vegetable garden and greenhouse again. And I want to give you now a tour of our backyard garden after dark or during dark. And we're starting in the same place. The toads are out, so you might see one There is one right there, and there's lots and lots of toads around our garden. Let me swing over here. There's another toad. Our grandson James and I, we do a lot of toad hunting in the evening because toads are great for your garden. They heat their weight 10 times in slugs and snails and other insects and bugs that are predators and foes to your garden. So get those toads and bring them to your garden. Okay, so here we go. All the lights that we have in our garden are on. I apologize for my shadow. Here we go, here we go. We got lots of lights in our garden. Okay, it's raining also, folks, so you can see the rain. So I don't know how it's interfering with the video quality, but we're getting lots of rain here now. I don't want to step on any toads either. Here's the one of our hugelkultur beds with our cabbage plants. I'm walking toward the second one. There's the second one right there. There's our garden. You can probably see lots of raindrops falling. It's our onion beds right there. You can probably hear the rain falling. There's all of those tomato plants. A tour of our garden at night, folks, at night. Mr. Garry here from GBL, the old church, 5 Acre Homestead. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate all your likes, all your comments, and we do appreciate you subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you ever so much for tuning in to our TGIF video, folks. Thank you again. And we'll see you in our next video. Bye for now.